Hey guys, Dan Holland here with SolutionToolbox.com. Welcome back. This is the third video in our series, creating a website from start to finish using Site Builder and image to web technology. So far in the first couple of videos, we implemented our photo here. We sliced that up, turned it into a layout. We've also customized the menu area, and we also replaced the static image with a rotator. So in this video, what I'd like to do is replace this static image with the jQuery rotator. So to do that, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to go up to my zones and select Manage Zones. And then I'm going to select the Custom Zone 1. Oops, not Settings, I wanted HTML. Then you can see here, if we look at the code, we just have a div with a background area in there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And then there's a couple things that I want to do. The first thing that I want to do is add some CSS. Now I did this ahead of time. I've played around with the jQuery rotator, and for those of you who aren't familiar with jQuery, it's a JavaScript language that's open source. There's thousands of plugins that you can go and add functionality to your site pretty quickly. I recommend that you take a look at it if you've never heard of it before. But it is a little advanced, and it takes some playing around with. So this might seem pretty quick, but I did play around with this script for about 30 minutes before shooting this video, so I know how it worked. But I did download it, and then basically what I did is I customized some CSS, and I've customized a script, and I'm gonna show you how to implement them here real quick. So I'm gonna come down here to Manage CSS, and I'm gonna create a new CSS file. We'll call this image to web underscore jQuery, just like that. Create this file, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this. And then this is rather lengthy CSS that I customized here, so I'm going to save us some time and just copy and paste. I can go over it with you briefly, but I'm going to skip a lot of the details because like I said, this is a pretty advanced topic here, but I just want to show you how to implement it. So this is just some skins that came with the jQuery. I'm using a plugin called the jCarousel, and this was already provided for me. I just had to come in and kind of tweak the settings here and upload some of my own background graphics, set some heights and widths. I would recommend reading through it. It's pretty easy to understand, but I'm going to go ahead and say update here. I'm going to close that, close this, and then I'm going to attach the CSS that I just created to this custom zone. So I'm going to click the refresh button, and then I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to say I want the jQuery CSS. Alright, and the next thing I need to do is actually add the plugin itself. So I'm going to switch over to the HTML view. And unfortunately, this isn't a module that's already pre-built. This is some custom code that we have to write. So what I've got here is just a few items. I'll paste it in here so you can see it. And I kind of break this down. When you're using jQuery, you always need to add the jQuery libraries, which I've done right up top here. So you can see that I'm just including a JavaScript file. It's going to pull from my uploaded files directory, and you can see that the jQuery name is just called jQuery 1.4.2.js. The next thing that I have here is the jCarousel library. Now this is the plugin that I downloaded, so this is also going to be uploaded to my uploaded files directory. Below that, we have just another line of JavaScript which just initializes the carousel, and this was all provided for me when I downloaded the plugin. And then below that is we just have the div and UL items that make up the rotator, and once again this was all provided for me with the plugin that I downloaded, so it's more or less a copy and paste here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to upload the images that I needed. So I'm going to come over here to the file manager, say upload files, and select files, and I need to upload the libraries, so I'm going to drop this on the JavaScript. And these are the two that I need. And I've already uploaded them, but I'm going to show you how to upload them anyway. So if you just say open here, we can say upload. Yep, it exists, but I'm going to overwrite it. And same here. So now that those files are there, we should be able to preview the site. So I'm going to come up here and say preview site. And we should see our menu working. We should see the rotator working here. And then now we should be able to see this actually slide back and forth. Perfect. Alright, so the next thing that I want to do is come down here to the content area. And what I'm going to do in here is there's a static background image that I'm going to drop out, and then I'm going to do some custom CSS And then we'll also drop in our news module here, and then maybe a text module over here to recreate this content area.